get updates on future shows. So we had been talking about equipment and, you know, the different meters. And what I want to do now is let's talk about some cameras, because we can't move on unless we talk about some cameras.
True.
At least a couple of the fancy schmancy cameras. And one of those is the IR, which stands for infrared night vision cameras. Now, these rely on infrared light to capture images in complete darkness. This is another fascinating tool for investigators. These cameras capture infrared electromagnetic waves. Like, if you guys have ever looked at the front of a security camera somewhere, you've probably noticed that it's covered in a handful of small LED bulbs, right? This is the IR light. And when it's dark outside, those lights turn on and they act as floodlights, sort of like dousing the camera's field of view with infrared light. Now, the thing is here, infrared light is completely invisible to the naked eye. So it doesn't look like a big bright floodlights are flooding the area. But it actually is. Your eyes just can't see them.
Well, there's also the thermal imaging camera. That's also very, very interesting, although it is a bit pricey, but it's a very good tool to have when conducting an investigation.
Yes.
A thermal imaging camera detects hot and cold spots in an area, which are indicated on the camera's screen by different colors. Hot areas are indicated by the colors of yellow, orange, and red, with white indicating extreme heat. Cold areas are indicated by different shades of blue, with black being very cold.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is believed that unexplained cold and hot spots can both be a sign that a spirit may be present, or even close to manifesting into physical form.
Aha.
Now, these cameras do not measure the actual air temperature, only the surface of the object that is being pointed at.
Okay.
So, as always, before conducting an investigation, you should take a baseline reading of the area you will be occupying. But keep in mind that there will be slight changes in the readings in relation to the time of day you choose to conduct your investigations. The later in the night, the cooler the objects become, making them more blue within color.
Aha. Well, let me tell you. Next is a very interesting piece of equipment, and that's the ghost box, also known as the spirit box. The ghost box is a modified portable AM/FM radio. Most commonly used is the SB7 scan radio. It continuously scans the band frequencies, and it is believed to create white noise and the audio remnants from broadcast stations that allows the entities or spirits to be able to manipulate to create words or short sentences. Now, this communication is referred to as direct radio voice. Now, the notion of using white noise to communicate with spirits is nothing new. That's been around for decades. Now, reports of attempts with this type of communications, like I said, decades. It dates back to the early like 1940s, you know. I will tell you, more advances have come about since the dawn of the SB7, which is the portal box. Now, this was invented by Steve Huff, and it incorporates the SB7, an amplifier, a guitar decimator foot pedal, and a guitar reverb foot pedal. This works in a way of nearly removing all the radio station noise so that we can hear only the spirits coming through. The short and sweet explanation of this, that's what that is. So now what we are going to try to do here is we're going to try to do a live EVP session using the portal box. And we never know which spirit's going to talk.
That's true.
If they're going to talk at all. But prior to us coming on the air, they were very talkative. So let's see who's going to talk to us for a few minutes. I'm going to turn this on. So let me step over here and turn this on so we can see what's going to happen.
I'm excited to hear what they have to say.
Well, they were talking to you earlier, and when we first turned the box on this evening, I said, you guys are going to be on the show tonight, and one of them said, Kat Hobson.
They did.
So they know who she is because she's been here. Okay, spirit ghosty friends, you are live, and this is your segment that we've talked about.
Well, Brenda wants me to tell them hello.
Hello, ghosty friends.
Now, hopefully they're not shy.
We'll see. We'll give them a moment here. See, a lot of times we'll just be having conversations and we'll run this box and they'll just start talking. And okay, guys, you are live. This is your showtime. Do we have maybe the sheriff here with us? Hello. Do we have the sheriff with us tonight? Can you say hello to Kat? She's listening, you know. We actually have a lot of folks listening to you guys tonight. We have a gal. Her name is Brenda. She says hello to you guys. And Kat Hobson also says to tell you all thank you for being on the show and talking with her today. Who is it that usually talks to you, Kristen?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't think they've ever given me a name. I've had a female, and I know she's never given me her name. But a couple male voices come through as well. I mean, Jacob, he said that's his name.
Oh, earlier, yeah. Jacob, are you here? How about the police officer? Earlier there was a fella, he says he was a cop.
I mean, which makes sense since, you know, we're in
a jail.
My cat wants to know if one of them's Johnny.
Where you gotta go? Yes, we have had somebody say, that he was Johnny. We also have a Steve.
You hear Steve?
You here, Steve? Howdy, buddy. Now, no need to be shy. You have a full audience listening to you right now. You're stars of the show. And I'm spending the night tonight, so you don't have to follow me home. I'm going to be here.
Come on, guys, say hi to Kat.
Hey.
Kat says hey back.
She says she's gonna come visit when the snow is. when the snow is no longer. Now, Brenda says that she wishes she was here to sing to you.
Now, I tried that earlier, Christmas songs, and someone told me to shut up.
And Kat says, "What's up?" And we already know they don't like me to sing.
They evidently don't like me to sing either.
Can anyone say happy holidays? Well, I'm just going to ask you, you ghosty friends, is Audrey upstairs? Is she upstairs right now? Audrey, for those of you who are listening, is a 10-year-old little girl, and she hangs out on the 3rd floor in the sheriff's living quarters. And we have recently captured a picture of her.
Well, Kat wants to know if you guys are cold in the jail.
It's hot.
Ugh. I'd rather be warm than cold. I'll trade you.
Yeah, well, one fella thought it was hot, so. And that often makes me wonder if they get cold, you know? Some of the studies indicate that the paranormal activity is high when it's cold. So that's something we want to know. If you guys feel cold, if you feel the winter.
Carl wants to know if you guys know where he lives at.
Oh, very good question. Do you know where do you know where Carl Albertson is? We're betting you know. Answer us where you're at, Carl, in chat. So does somebody know where Carl is? Can you say that a little more clear?
Come on, I know you guys can do it. I think they're just shy.
You know who's missing here tonight, don't you? Who are we missing tonight? They, a lot of times when we ask them who's missing, they'll call out for Toby.
They do.
Yep. And Vincent, yep. Do you guys know where Vincent's at right now? No. Well, I think he's at home. Yeah, he's at home. He has to work. Yep, he has to work in the morning. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a very big favor.